Isang pagbati na may ngiti sa aking mga labi. Naghahanap ba kayo ng makakatuwang sa pagre-review ng inyong anak? Meron yan sa DepEd. Ang ETUlay online tutorial ay libre at handog ng ating kagawaran sa pangunguna ng OUA ICTS EdTech. Ito ay isang proyektong makatutulong sa mga mag-aaral, katuwang ang mga magulang o kasama sa kani-kanilang tahanan para masagutan at maunawaan ang mga modules. Hangad din ng programang ETUlay ang matulungan ang ating mga guro sa kanilang mga blended learning classes. Ang ating ETUlay ay mula kinder hanggang senior high school. Bukod sa academics, meron din tayong mga special programs gaya ng All is Wellness, Reading and Math Remediation, Storytelling, Mommy Tech Talks, Classes sa Gramatika, Speech Class, Financial Literacy, at marami pang iba. Pinalawig din ng ETUlay ang ating Alive program para sa mga mag-aaral mula grade 1 hanggang grade 3. Gayun din ay mayroon tayong ALS program at SPED tutorials na makasisigurong makakamit ng lahat ang inclusive education. May SPED hotline na rin para sa inyong mga katanungan patungkol sa special education. Kaya, subaybayan mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, mula 9:00 ng umaga hanggang 7:00 ng gabi ang ating ETUlay. Sa ating pagtutulungan, maiaangat natin ang bawat isa. Ating itutulay ang pagkatuto upang di mapigil ang pag-aaral ng kabataang Pilipino. Itulay natin ito, sulong edukalidad.
Mabuhay! Good day to all! I am your tutor Madge. Welcome to ETUlay, a free online tutorial, an initiative of the Department of Education, Information and Communications Technology Service, Educational Technology Unit, ICTS EdTech. This program is aimed at helping and assisting learners from kindergarten, senior high school, ALS, Alive, and SPED learners. Aside from answering the modules, the ETUlay is offering programs which you will surely look forward to. Together with our parents and teachers, the ETUlay will bridge the gaps where difficulty and ease meet in learning new knowledge and skills. So, let us prepare our modules, pen and paper. Ready your mind to see and hear worthwhile and interesting lessons. Let us now study and learn, together with our volunteer online tutors. Tara na!
Hello, hello, hello mga kaitulay! Good morning sa inyong lahat mula Luzon hanggang Mindanao, pati na rin sa buong mundo. Dahil ang DepEd Itulay ay hashtag level up na. We still have episodes na tiyak kagigiliwan ng mga kids. Ang mga tutors natin ay may inihandang mga sorpresa. At dahil level up na talaga tayo, bukod sa mga live episodes, mapapanood rin ninyo ang inyong mga paboritong tutors sa TV, sa channel IBC 13.
Ang ating math remediation program from grade 4 to grade 6 ay makakasama na ninyo kaming mga math sayahit, math gagandang tutors every Wednesday, 10:30 to 11 a.m.
All the way to the land of Lapu-Lapu, si Tutor Mel.
Good morning, kids! And of course, mula naman sa lugar ng sikat na bamboo organ in Las Piñas, si Tutor Tolen.
Hello, Tutor Mel. Tweenie
Good
tayo
morning, Tutor
ngayon.
Tolen.
Tweenie.
Yes.
May pabangs tayo ngayon, Tutor Mel. You
Yes,
can
Tutor
watch
Tolen.
us live here at our FB pages, DepEd EdTech Unit and DepEd Tayo.
Yes, you can also watch us simultaneously and has a replay in our YouTube channels, DepEd Philippines, DepEd EdTech Unit, and DepEd TV. At dahil talagang hashtag level up ETUlay na tayo, we also have our DepEd ETUlay Facebook page and YouTube channel. You may scan these codes for your wonderful ETUlay experience.
What are you waiting for, kids, parents, guardians, and teachers? Do support us by clicking the subscribe button and the notification bell for updates. And you will surely learn from all our DepEd Itulay online tutorial episodes from kinder to senior high school in all subjects.
Yes, and we are also happy to tell you, kids, that DepEd ETUlay Facebook group has now 72,800 members and counting. So what are you waiting for? Be a member too. You have to follow us, okay? And don't forget to like our Facebook page, DepEd ETUlay, para updated ka sa mga bagong episodes dahil talagang hashtag level up na ang DepEd ETUlay.
Kaya nakakatuwa at nakakataba ng puso talaga ang pagsubaybay at participation ninyo mga kids. So always be safe on the internet, Tutor Mel, right?
Yes, that is correct, Tutor Tolet. Kids, you always have to keep personal information to yourself. Everything can be made public on the internet, so avoid spreading personal information.
Number two, check your privacy settings. Look through your web browsers and make the appropriate changes to your settings.
Yes, and number three, kids, be mindful of what you download. Make sure what you're putting through in your system is safe, secure, and authorized by you.
And be wary of your friends. It's easy to lie online, so make sure who you're talking to is truthful about themselves.
Yes, and lastly, get a good antivirus program. An antivirus program keeps unwanted applications from infiltrating your system. So, Tutor Tolan, let's
Kaya,
make
the internet safe
safe
for
for
all.
all. Yes.
Okay, kung handa na ang lahat, i-ready na ang lapis at papel at tayo ng mat-aral, matuto at mat-enjoy.
Yes, and our math remediation lesson for this week is all about measuring volume, particularly cube and rectangular prism.
At the end of our tutorial, you will be able to know that the all three-dimensional figures have volume. And number two, a unit cube is a way of measuring volume. And lastly, find the volume of a three-dimensional figure.
Yes. Let's have a review first, Tutor Tolen. Remember how we found the area of a circle? All right. Yes, this is equal to pi r squared. But let's watch a video again on how it was derived. Alam natin that pi r squared gives us the area of a circle. Ang tanong, where does the pi r squared come from? All right.
Una, let's draw a circle and then divide it into large equal parts, and then we will arrange it into rectangular form. Kung titignan nyo kids, it resembles a rectangle.
That is correct. Now let's divide again the circle into smaller equal parts. And if we arrange it in the same way, kids, it will still look like a rectangle. Now, if we divide the circle again into smaller, even pieces, it will still look like a rectangle after we arrange it.
If we
See?
keep on dividing the circle into smaller or smallest even pieces, you can make until hindi mo na makikita ang lines. It can now become a rectangle. Ibig sabihin, ang area ng circle is equal to the area of the rectangle, which is also equal to base times height. Right, Tutor
Yes,
Mel?
tama, Tutor Tolan, napaka-amazing talaga. Because the height of a rectangle, kids, as you can see, is the same as the radius. Right? So the height is equal to the radius. And to find the base, tingnan nyo ang circumference of the circle. And when we compare the base and the circumference of the circle, we can see that the base is 1/2 of the circumference. Di
Also
ba?
remember that the circumference is equal to 2 pi r. When we combine it, 1/2 times 2 will be canceled out, and base is equal to pi r. Now, base times height, base becomes pi r times r.
Yes, and
Combining
if we
this, Tutor
combine
Mel, what will happen?
Yes, if we combine the r's together and we have pi r squared, which is equal to the area of the rectangle, which is also equal to the area of a circle.
So, Tutor Mel,
Amazing!
the area pala ng rectangle is also equal to the area of a circle. So, pi r squared can be used to calculate the area of any size circle.
Yes, tama, Tutor Tolen. And kids, remember that there are two formulas that we use when we are talking about circles. Besides the area of a circle, this is the circumference of the circle, which is the distance around the edge of a circle. And there are two formulas in finding the circumference. If you are given the diameter, it's pi times the diameter. And if the radius is given, we use 2 pi r, where pi is equivalent to 3.14.
That is correct, Tutor Mel. While in finding the area of a circle, we now use the area of a circle, which is equal to pi r squared. Area of a circle means it's the measure of the space or region enclosed inside the circle. Tutor Mel, meron silang common mistake when they are solving or plugging in the formula. 'Di ba may mistake yung mga bata kapag nag-aano sila ng formula. Remember,
That's
we
right.
have to follow the order of operation. Since the area of a circle has pi r squared, let's say for example, we have 2 as radius. So we plug it in the formula. You have to square first the radius 2. So 2 times 2 becomes 4. And then you multiply it to pi, which is 3.14. So the correct area for this will be 12.56.
Yes, very good. Now, kids, let's try to recall and our math examples that we have given you last week, okay? So let's try our math power. Let's find the area of a circle with a radius of 5 meters. Now, using the formula, area is equal to pi r squared, and substituting the value of our radius, which is equal to 5 meters, now we just have to multiply 5 meters by itself. So 5 times 5 is equal to 25 square meters, and then multiplying it to the value of our pi, which is 3.14. So the area of this circle with a radius of 5 meters is equivalent to 78.5 square meters. Right.
Okay. Another example will be if what if we are given the diameter? So if you are asked to find the area of a circle with a diameter of 20 millimeters using the formula pi r squared, you need to look first for the radius. So since we know that the radius is twice the diameter, so we divide the diameter by 2. So we will have 20 divided by 2 is 10. That will be your radius. And then 10 times 10, since you have to square it, that will be 100 multiplied to pi, which is 3.14. The area of our circle now will be 314 millimeters square, or it is read as 314 square millimeters. Right, Tutor
Okay.
Mel?
Yes, napakadali lang, kids. You just have to remember the formula, okay? Para hindi malito, diba, Tutor Tolen?
Yes.
All right. So this time, kids, tuturuan naman namin kayo to find the volume of a three-dimensional figure. So remember, kids, a three-dimensional figure has a length, a width, and a height. Okay. Now,
Okay.
three-dimensional figures, or tinatawag nating solids, they occupy space. And the amount of space that a three-dimensional figure occupy is the volume of that space.
Okay. So parang area din, pero this time, it's volume, right, Tutor Mel?
Yes, tama, Tutor Tolen.
So for example, meron tayong bato. Oh, let's say this rock has volume because it occupies space. If you put this rock into a glass of water, you will notice that the level of water rises. The water is displaced because the rock occupied the space in the glass, and it forces the water to move out of its way. Kabugerang bato, Tutor Mel, ah. Parang sinabi sa tubig na, pwesto ko yan, alis. Kaya pala kapag may mabigat na nilagay sa tubig, umaangat yung tubig, right, Tutor Mel? Kasi may
Yes.
volume yung bagay na yon.
Tama, Tutor Tolen. All three-dimensional figures have volume, including ourselves, including yourself, kids. All right.
I
So,
have a sexy volume.
okay. All right. This time, kids, let's try to take a look at this rectangular prism, okay? Now, because this rectangular prism has three dimensions, the length, the width, and the height, we know that this figure occupies space. Another name for rectangular prism, Jutertolen, is called a cuboid.
Cuboid. Wow.
Yes. Now, kids, remember, we can use unit cubes to determine the volume of a three-dimensional figure. For example, this rectangular prism is made up to 3 unit cubes. Okay, so ilalagay natin yung mga cubes in this rectangular prism para maintindihan ng mga bata. So we have 1, 2, and 3. So its volume is 3 cubic units or 3 units cube. Let's now have another rectangular prism. This time naman, vertical, all right? So let's try to fill this rectangular prism with unit cubes. and determine its volume. As you can see, it takes 4 unit cubes to make the bottom layer of this side. And if we continue filling our rectangular prism, it takes another 4 unit cubes to form the second layer. All right? And lastly, if we continue to fill it with unit cubes, it takes 4 additional unit cubes to finish filling the entire shape. So there are actually 3 layers of unit cubes and 4 unit cubes in each layer. So kids, makikita nyo that there are a total of 12 unit cubes inside this rectangular prism. Therefore, its volume is 12 cubic units or 12 units cube.
Yan. Send your hearts and some love today and comment on our comment section if you now love math and understood our lesson. Heart naman
Yes.
dyan.
Heart, heart, heart. All right. So, Tutor Tolen, let's also give this one, ipakita natin sa mga estudyante natin that the formula for getting the volume is just to multiply the 3 physical dimensions.
Yes, the
Multiplying length.
length, the width, and the height.
Tama. Yes. And here, let's also try to identify. Trivia muna tayo, Tutor Tolen. What are these
Okay.
shapes?
Parang ano yan, Tutor Mel? Parang
Yes.
yung nilalaro. Yan, rubric.
Oo.
Rubric cubes.
Oo, di ba favorite mo to?
Yes. Kahit walang tingin-tingin.
Solve mo na agad. Okay, so what is this shape, kids? Comment your answers in our chat box.
Yan. Ang daming sagot ni Kerubin. Sabi niya, cube, Rubik's Cube. Sabi ni Nathan Jacob Banyes.
Yes.
So it's
Very
a cube,
good.
Tutor Mel.
It's a cube. Yes. Correct, Tutor Tolet. And how about this one? What is this shape? Oh, makikita
Oh.
natin to araw-araw, di ba?
Yan. Shoebox yan, di ba, Tutor Mel?
Oo, shoebox.
So yan yung tinatawag na cuboid.
Yes, tinatawag itong cuboid or rectangular prism. Yay!
Bean Xavier San Pedro and Adrian Ray Rivera.
Okay, very good. Now, what do you call these physical dimensions? Yung 1, 2, 3. Ano kayang tawag dito, Tutor Tolen?
Sabi ni Toy mo, ang bilis naman sumagot ni Toy mo, length, yung number 1, and then 2, width, and then you have the height. Sabi ni
Okay.
Toy mo.
Yes, very good. Tama, kids. Length, width, and height. Yay! Okay. Now, how to find the volume, particularly cube and rectangular prism? Ano kayang yung formula, Tutor Tolen?
We only have to multiply the length, height, and width, or length times width times height.
Yes, very good. All right. So, napakadali lang pala, kids. You just have to multiply the 3 physical dimensions. Right?
So for example,
Tutor Tolen, yes.
kung meron tayong hinahanap na volume ng rectangular prism with the height of 2, the width of 2, and the length of 3, all they have to do is to multiply it, right, Tutor Mel? So 2 times 2 times 3, the volume now will be 12 cubic meters.
Yes, very good. Yes, they just have to substitute using the formula length times width times height. Let's give them another example, Tutor Tolen. But before that, kids, send your hearts and your happy emojis. Yes, if you were able to understand our lesson and you love math.
Ayan, ang galing ni Nathan J. Yes, nakasagot siya.
Yes. Very
Heart na
good.
rin sila, Tutor Mel.
Very good. Now, let's give them another example, Tutor Tolan. So, what is the volume of this cube? We have 5 centimeters for the length, the width, and the height. So, sa volume, Tutor Tolan, magkapareha lang yung measurement ng physical dimensions nila, right?
Yes, kasi yung faces niya, puro squares. And all the sides of the squares are equal, di ba, Tutor Mel?
Yes, that is correct. Now, kids, if we use our formula, length times width times height, multiplying the volume, 5 centimeters times 5 centimeters times 5 centimeters, we have 125 cubic centimeters.
Wow, very good si Kyle Angelo, ha? Tama ang sagot sa kasi Heavenly Heart.
Yay! Napakadali lang. All right. So, Tutor Tolan, since finding the volume of a three-dimensional figure is so easy dahil gagamitin natin yung formula. This time, kids, let's have our guided practice. So, for each problem, you will be given 30 seconds to comment your answers in our comment section. And whoever answers it correctly, since this
Yung
is our
first,
last week,
yan.
yes,
Yung first
this
na
is our last
makakasagot,
week for this quarter, Tutor Tolan, we will give them load allowances.
wow! Sasagot
Okay.
na ako sa comment section, Tutor Mel. Let's have number 1, Tutor Mel. Yung mga
Yes.
mabibilis mag-type dyan at mag-multiply, ha? Ready na kayo. Let's say we have,
Okay.
what is the volume of this rectangular prism? We have the height of 5, a width of 3, and the length is 10 decimeter. 30 seconds, kids. Write your answer in our comment section. Unang-unang makakasagot, may load allowance from our tutors.
Yes.
And hello sa mga estudyante at faculty members ng Talon Village National High School, especially si Mira, ang aming principal na si Sir Angelo D. Ormas, ang aming SDO Superintendent Dr. Joel T. Torrecampo Seso 6, at ang aming Math Education Program Supervisor Dr. Gina Agites. Good morning po sa inyong lahat. Yan, let's see kung sino ang unang nakatama, Tutor Mel. Ang mga sagot na nakikita ko dito, si Alexandria, sabi niya, 150 cubic decimeter. Wow, halos lahat sila, Tutor Mel, tama ang sagot.
Wow.
Very good. Naka-ready ba ang load allowance so, Tutor Mel? Pero
Of
yung
course,
unang-una,
yes.
ha? Yung unang-una
Oo.
ang ating i-consider. Let's have
Yes.
another example, Tutor Mel.
Okay. So this time, kids, what is the volume? All right. Hearts, hearts naman dyan and happy emojis. Okay. So let's have number 2. What is the volume of this Rubik's Cube? Right. So our physical dimensions it would be 3 centimeters for the length, the
Ako,
width,
ang hirap.
and the height.
Ang hirap niyan, Tutor Mel.
Oo nga.
Ang hirap.
Ano na to
Sobrang
sa
hirap
mga kids?
niyan.
Okay. So, kids, we will be giving you again 30 seconds. Comment your answers in our chat box. Hello sa lahat ng mga pupils, parents, and teachers of Babagwan Elementary School, especially to our principal, Dr. Annalyn D. Malingin, our district supervisor, Mrs. Rebecca Taring, our supportive SDS, Dr. Wilfreda D. Bongalos, at sa lahat ng mga batchmates ko na nanonood ngayon sa Bangdako Elementary School, Mandawi City Comprehensive National High School, and Cebu Normal University. Hello! Alright. So, Tutor
Lahat
Tolan?
sila tama, Tutor Mel. Ang sagot nila ay
Wow.
27 cubic centimeter.
Centimeters.
Pero may sumagot na si Shin Raima, sumagot 36. Paano kaya niya nakuha yung 36?
Baka typo
I-multiply
error.
lang. Typo error lang. Ang layo naman. Siguro nga typo error lang. So, 3
Oo.
times 3 lang yan.
Oo, 3 times 3, 9. Tapos multiply with
3.
another 3. 27. Okay.
Another. Load
Okay.
allowance ito. Si
Oo.
Shane Cyrus Abale, 27 ang sagot niya. Si Martin Dave, 27 din. Very good.
Okay. Yes.
Si
Ang
Alexus, 27
galing.
din. Ayan, yung Chinese, hindi ko alam basahin ang pangalan niyan. Pero 27 ang sagot niya.
Okay. Ang galing pa rin.
Hooray! Ang galingin niya mga kids.
Okay, so let's give them another example, Tutor Tolen. Go, Tutor
Okay.
Tolen.
So find the volume of this shoebox. Pero mag-heart muna kayo, ha? Mag-heart, okay? What is the volume of this shoebox with 11 inches length, 4 inches width, and 4 inches height? 30 seconds, kids. Type your answer in our comment section.
Yeah.
Yan. You can do it, kids. Hello kay si Trisha Mantong, a grade 6 Jacob Silang, watching with her teacher advisor, Miss Ellen B. Estacan of San Roque Central Elementary School, San Roque District, Davao City, Region 11.
Wow.
Hello din kay Sarah Marantal, a grade 5 SSES, Pinaod Central School, San Ildefonso, South Bulacan, with her advisor, Ma'am Genter Jane. Hello, Sarah!
Hello, Sarah.
Ayan, ano ang sagot, Tutor Mel?
Yes. If we multiply the volume, length times width times height, and get its volume, we have 176 cubic inches.
Ayan, si Shane ulit, si RV, si Alexus, yan, tama. Siyempre, ang kukuhanin natin yung unang tamang sagot para sa load allowance.
Yes.
Yan.
Okay. So send your hearts and some love today in our comment section, kids, if you now love math and understood our lesson. Heart naman dyan, and happy emojis.
Yan. Napaka-mathusay at magagaling ninyo talaga. Our way of thanking each one of you who participated and keep on posting their gawa ko, post ko activities. Tutor Mel, we will recognize them, right?
That's correct. We would like to recognize your effort and time in doing so. So Tutor Tolan, we have prepared a video. So we are going to watch this video presentation and find who are these kids who excelled this third quarter. So congratulations, everyone. Yes. All right. So we have Jason Paracat, Francisco, Ryan Matthew Kubar, Joyce N.C. Manuel, Clyde Liam Mangiliman.
Congratulations also to Nicolai S. Mabitan, Kimberly Jaisel Agcana, Syra Akia A. Juliano, Ria Janine L. Gorospe, Ebony Hart Yutangian.
Yes, and to continue, we also have Josh David Turing, Alexis Nathan
Tutor Mel,
Lismonas,
yan.
we also have Kyle Christopher F. Juliana, Sophia Valerie T. Cabalona, Reinhardt Melicio,
And thank you for participating, Shane Cyrus, Pia Balye, Gracie Ray Hahala, Chari Hailey Del Rosario, Princess Kailin M. Esclera, Martin Angel Dave Nagum Presa.
yes, and congratulations to Trisha Lorraine M. Pagoyo, Princess Lorraine Del Rosario, Adrian Ray Rivera, Gerald Arvid Dula Cantor.
We will also want to congratulate meet the best among the best, Enrico Manuel T. Dalupan.
Yes, we also have Heavenly Heart Gutagnian, grade 4 of San Roque Central Elementary School, SDO Davao.
And Martin Angel Dave, nagumpresa ng SDO Isabela, Gamo Central School.
Yes, and Adrian Ray Rivera, grade 6 of San Pedro Villa, Concepcion Elementary School, SDO Isabela.
So thank you for your support and understanding. Our supportive schools, San Roque Central School, Concepcion Elementary School, Dila Dila Santa Rita Elementary School, Santa Barbara Elementary School, Chutormel, Gamo Central
Yes,
School.
Gamo Central School, SDO Isabela, San Pedro Villas, Concepcion, SDO Isabela.
Babaguan Elementary School, and Talon Village National High School.
Yes.
Congratulations, kids, and your schools and advisors. Kita-kits
Yes.
next quarter.
Oo nga, Tutor Tolen. Thank you so
Thank
much
you for your
support.
support and participation.
Yes, keep it up.
So, wow, Tutor Mel, imagine 3 quarters na tayo and we survive.
Yes, Tutor Tolen, isang quarter na lang and we are ready for face-to-face classes.
So don't forget, kids, DepEd ETUlay and tutors, us plus you, multiplied by your smile, minus the drama, a fraction of your heart, we will be able to solve problems because we make the perfect equation. Kids, remember to give your 101% for whatever you do and always do it with a smile. We want to salute DepEd ETUlay for finding ways to help all learners continue learning despite this pandemic. We may be divided by the screen in front of us, but DepEd ETUlay will always find a way to attain our one goal, and that is itulay ang pag-aaral ng lahat. Kahit iba-ibang ating area, pero iisa lang ang hangarin nating sulong edukalidad, lakasan ng volume. God is our greatest Savior. Kahit iba-iba pa ang ating paniniwala at pananampalataya, sabi nga ng nasa taas, I love you because I am you.
That's correct, Tutor Tolan. With our Lord's guidance and divine providence, maitulay natin ang pagkatuto ng mga bata kahit nasa kanilang mga bahay tayo. So mga kids, magkita-kita tayo every Wednesday, 10:30 to 11 a.m. for our grade 4 to grade 6 math remediation program. You may catch us live via our Facebook pages, DepEd ETUlay, DepEd EdTech Unit, and DepEd Tayo. Also in our YouTube channels, DepEd ETUlay, DepEd Philippines, DepEd EdTech Unit, and DepEd TV.
Gusto rin natin malaman ang mga feedback nila. So, scan this QR code or type in your web browser, https://tinyurl/etulay feedback form. Scan,
Yes.
scan.
Yes.
Kaya't mabilis lang ang araw, kaya talina at mat-aral, matuto at mat-enjoy.
Daghang salamat sa pag-tune in at panunood ng aming episode this week. Kami ang inyong math sayahin tutors every Wednesday, 10:30 to 11 a.m. Up next, storytelling K-3 nila Tutor Romary and Tutor Julie Beth. Muli, ako si Tutor Mel.
Ako naman po si Tutor Tolen. As we always say, hashtag happy lang always. See you next episode. Bye, kids. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETUlay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag #ETUlayLevelUp. Huwag aalis ha dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETUlay!